Okay, we're just going to wait a few seconds. If you're watching live on YouTube, thank you. We're going to go live on Amazon Live, and one stream is live. So let's go for preview and go live. It's getting ready to go live on Amazon. So 3, 2, 1, and we're live. I'm not sure who's going to join us today, but we'll just wait. This is my demonstration area. This is live. It's not a photograph. Thank you card. Park run every Saturday, 9 o'clock. This is the top of a Blue Yeti microphone. This is a Stream Deck. This is an Oberspot tiny camera on a Loom Cube stand. Over there is TP-Link Echo Wi-Fi, which I'm using to broadcast live right now. Then we have an Echo Dot. Then the case for an iPhone 12 or 13 or Samsung Galaxy S22, S23 Ultra. And then we've got my phone showing my steps today on the Fitbit. And we're talking about Fitbits very shortly. Just waiting till everybody sort of gathers. And I'm going to come over and I'm going to say hello. And you can see my Fitbit in the corner, can't you? Let's see if we can adjust that. Just a second. I just need some software. Just a minute. All this runs on software, and the software is all on a Stream Deck. And I just need to load the software, and then we'll be underway. Okay, now it is 4 o'clock in the UK. We are now live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. And if I go over to Amazon Live, we're live there too, and I can just type in hello. That's the wrong way around. Let's just type it. Right. So we've got hello on Amazon Live. Hello on Amazon Live. Thank you for joining me live. You're joining Steven live from Wiltshire. Just doing a bit of testing before we get underway. First item we're going to talk about is featured in the carousel now, and I'm just waiting for the carousel to come through into my studio. I'm broadcasting from, put the logo up on the right hand corner. I'm broadcasting from Be Live, and if I just go here and I just move a little bit, that's it. So we're broadcasting from be.live in this session at 12 p.m. Our clocks don't go back till next week, so we've got a 2-week period when I'm trying to work out what the right time is to go live. Next week we're back to normal. Next week I'll be live at 9 a.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Eastern, so we're back to normal next week. So you caught me today because I'm live later. Is that right? I get confused. Anyway, you can see on the Amazon Live page that I've said hello. So hello and welcome. And let's get things underway and say you are watching. Welcome to the broadcast with Steven, live from England using Be Live, which sort of is what I just said a moment ago. So you've got 2 welcomes now. This broadcast is designed for you. You can control this broadcast if you ask questions about anything that's down in the carousel, okay? Or you ask questions about live broadcasting. I don't work for Amazon. I'm an independent broadcaster, and I know of broadcasters from Australia, from South Africa, from Portugal, and from Canada, and from Britain as well. And we're all good friends. We've met over the years, and we all came across to Amazon Live at the same time. So this is Launch Camera Action with Steven. If I bring the card up on screen, you can see that we're going to be talking about cameras, microphones, Fitbits, and I am indeed broadcasting from Be Live. Now I can hide that because, come back to me. Okay, so if you have any questions, then please do ask. Okay, questions are what make the show sort of tick over. I'm looking forward to perhaps 1 or 2 of my friends popping in as well. Today, as every day, I went out the door at 11:30 this morning wearing my Fitbit, which is down the carousel, wearing my headphones, which are also down the carousel, and carrying my mobile phone. And my mobile phone is saying, if I get my mobile phone, and switch it on. My mobile phone is saying that so far today, I have done 9,290 steps. Okay, now I do try, well, I've done 20,000 steps so far this week, and it's all with the help of the Fitbit, which we'll be meeting in a moment. But what I can show you, whilst we're on the mobile phone, is that I'm in a challenge, and I'm currently, try and get the light right, I'm currently in second place. Now, I'm going to drop back a bit because other people have got to catch up steps-wise and time-wise. So probably within the next 3 hours, I'll be down fourth or fifth. I don't mind. I just enjoy taking part with people from all around the world. And it's a challenge. You see, the thing is, if you're trying to get fit, Fitbit is one of the best ways available to get fit. I've got one, Angelica's got one. Fitbit is the best way, and we'll meet the Fitbit in a moment. But the first thing you're meeting today is the Logitech Brio webcam. Now, you're actually watching it at the moment, so you can judge the quality of the picture. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a few facts about Logitech Brio, and then I'm going to go through with a demonstration. So if you stay for a couple of minutes, you'll get a demonstration. We're talking about Logitech Brio 4K webcam. It is Ultra 4K HD video. So this is equivalent to a 4K TV. We go 720, which is DVD quality. 1080 is high definition. And then 4K is the best we can get on a webcam. It has a noise cancelling microphone actually built in. Noise cancellation is important. If you're on a Zoom call and your dog barks, if you've got a noise cancelling microphone, then only you will hear the dog. That's the difference. It's got HD light auto correction. If I turn my light off, I'm just waiting for the software to load. Everything I've got today is driven by software. I'm a great believer, if you buy a piece of hardware, then do get the software that goes with it. And in that way, you can get the most out of it. Because if you don't get the software, as I'm about to demonstrate in a moment, you're not getting the most out of it, because it's the software that makes everything work. I'm just waiting for this software to load. So give me a second and go here. And I'm going to switch my light off. And in a second, okay. So I've gone darker, but what's happening is the camera is actually compensating for that, and you can still see me. It's a lot better if I have a light, but if I don't have a light, then the camera will do its best. It will compensate for the fact that I have no light. A couple of minutes, I'm going to give you a demonstration. But for the moment, we're talking about the camera. It's got a wide field of view. The Brio can see through 90 degrees. Let me just close that for a second. The Brio can see through a 90-degree angle, which is that angle there. And it can see in an arc around there. Now, I'm going to demonstrate to you in a moment how to get the arc so you appear at your best on camera. It is 4 times the resolution of a typical webcam. Most webcams are 720 and 1080, which is browser broadcasting. I'm broadcasting from Chrome at the moment using BeLive, and I can go 720 or 1080. Going out to you right now on Amazon, I'm at 720, and that's a decision by Amazon to be mobile friendly, because the higher the number, 720, 1080, 4K, the more data is being transmitted, the clearer the picture, but there is a cost to that. Okay, and if you're on a mobile phone, you're on a tariff, and I'm sending you a 4K picture, it's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you a lot more than if I broadcast at 720. That is why I'm saying that 720 is mobile friendly. The light correction we looked at the moment is called right light. And this camera, as I say, has got 90 degrees, 78 and 65. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically share my screen with the software. I'm going to show you the software that actually allows you to set the camera up as you want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to share screen, come back to me, bring the software on screen, and hopefully There we are. That's the software. Now I'm going to put myself next to the software. Software is called Logitech Capture. I think we've got it written down somewhere. So that's the name of the software. And I'm going to come on screen with the software in a second. Just switch my second camera off, switch my first camera on, and there you have it. Okay, so that software, Logitech Capture, go to logitech.com, download the software, and then you're in control. Because let's face it, if you take a typical webcam, and this is the Logitech C920X, possibly that way up, there are no buttons on a webcam. You can't control the webcam from the webcam itself, even if I open this up. Yeah, there is nothing on the webcam that allows me to adjust. Anything I can do with the webcam is put it on the back of the monitor using that lip. So in order to actually control a webcam, you do need to have the software. And the software that we're using is Logitech Capture. I'm going to take that off screen and give you a demonstration. Okay, now I can using the software, which is on my desktop. Okay, I can go right, take you over to the chess set. I can come back. Okay, until we get back to, that's too far. Okay, I can go down. I can come back up again. Although those are small adjustments you can make once you've got the software. But there is a bigger point than that, because if I go side by side now, okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the screen layout for a moment to wide view so you get a better idea of what's happening. And I'm just going to transfer myself over to the left-hand side. Okay, so we're the right way around now. So if I just use this here to actually get there, right? Okay, so we're where I want to be. But the thing is, I've chosen, this is what I want you to see when I'm live on Amazon Live. I don't want you to see this. Okay, demonstration. I'm going to zoom out once. I'm going to zoom out twice. I'm going to go to 90 degrees. And this, using the software, this is my office. Okay, this is what I actually look like. And you see a lot of broadcasters who actually look like this because they've not downloaded the software. You should always download the software, in this case, Logitech Capture, because that gives you control over the camera. Yeah. Otherwise, you're stuck. You can't do anything about it because there's no controls on the cameras. We've just said, so the only way to do this is by a software. Download the software from the logitech.com site and then zoom in once, zoom in twice, and go to 78 degrees. That's it. 3 clicks and you're done. Now you've got to work it out for yourself. Your best. You want to be comfortable. So you want space either side of you, and you want some headroom. Yeah. What you don't want to be is like that on camera. Okay. You want to have some headroom at the top. So in the middle of the screen, headroom. Now, just as far as being comfortable on camera is concerned, that's what you're trying to do, to be comfortable on camera, so when you're talking, you can talk naturally. Okay, and look at the camera. The camera is up above me, so rather than looking at my monitor, I'm looking up above the camera, and it looks as though I'm looking directly at you. This is a learned skill. We're not born being able to do this. We actually learn how to do it, and it takes practice, because the thing is, you actually want to look at down here, but you should be looking at up there. So center of the screen, headroom, look at the camera. And then the next thing is, don't move about too much. If you talk with your hands, fair enough, but try to keep movement to a minimum, because you won't overwork your computer processor or the internet if you keep sort of still, yeah, whilst you're presenting. You can be animated, no problem with that. You can make a point, but do try and be composed is what I'm looking for. That's a good word, isn't it? Okay. So that's all possible with the software. and the software controls the camera, and we can, in the advanced tab, I can change. Let's go side by side. Just a minute. Probably better if you see this. I can change the auto white balance. So that's probably closer to, yeah. With the auto white balance on, I am too bright. If I go there, that's better. Okay. I can change the color intensity. I can go bright red. I can go sepia. I can go to 50%, and all the controls go to 50%. I can go bright. I can go dark, or I can come back to 50%. All the default settings are 50%. Okay. And I do have autofocus on, which means that I can put this in front of the camera and it will focus on that automatically. Okay, so that is the Logitech Brio camera. I'm going to come back to me, and just to finish off, so the three fields of view, 90, 78 and 65. I'll get this on screen eventually. Versatile mounting, you can mount any camera on a tripod. This is the Loom Cube tripod, which is down in the carousel. Let's just take a look at the Loom Cube, and then we'll come back to the camera. So we're going to the featured item in the carousel now is the Loom Cube stand. Now this is a beautiful stand. If I take the title off, you'll be able to see it better. You can mount your camera on a tripod. Mounting it on a tripod means you can set it at eye level. And this is the Loom Cube tripod. This is the most stylish of tripods I've seen. You've got three legs which you lock into place. You've got a central tube, 12 to 30 inches extendable. And then you have a ball joint on top, and you can angle either the camera or the light at whatever angle you want. Okay, so do think about, you see, if you put your camera on a tripod, you can set it to be at eye level, so you don't have to look up, yeah, like I'm going to do now. If you set the camera at eye level on a tripod, it's a lot easier, as I'll show you possibly later. Okay, finishing off then, we've got the versatile mounting options, either on top of your monitor or on a tripod. The camera itself is 4K, 1080 or 720. The latest version of it was released in September 2022. The software I've been showing you, this software, is called Logitech Capture. You can download it for logitech.com. It works for a Brio, it works for a C920, 922, 925, 930. In other words, it works for most Logitech cameras. Download the software to actually take control. Because if you don't take control, what you'll be left with is the camera's default settings, which are these. Yeah. So get away from the camera's default settings by downloading the software. Okay. Now, if you've any questions about any aspect of this, then please do ask, as I get myself back to normal, and I can stop sharing. Just a minute. I can stop sharing, and that software will disappear, and you'll be left with me. So that bit worked. Okay, now I've had the Brio camera for 3 years, no problem at all. It just works. I mean, basically, you just put it on top of your monitor using that lip. You use the lower bracket. That's it. It's in position. Reliable, 4K, 1080, 720, perfect for Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And it's one of the best cameras I've bought, and I've got several. Okay, I'm using today, just because you're watching, I'll let you know, for the noise reduction, I'm using Crisp.ai. So that works across all my microphones. And there is a free version of Crisp.ai which you can try out. And I am broadcasting from BeLive. That's the logo. And again, after this broadcast, you can try it out. I think that's everything I've got down here, I think. You can also get software called Logitech G Hub if you wish. Okay, that controls your camera as well. And if you want to use a backdrop, go to unsplash.com and you'll find pictures from around the world which you can use as your backdrop. Because I use this green screen. I use this green screen when I'm not on Amazon. Okay, because I broadcast on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. But I can't use a green screen on Amazon because I'm showing you things. And I can't show you things against a green screen. But if you are interested in green screen software, next Monday at 9 o'clock, I have a green screen show. 9 a.m. Eastern next Monday, the green screen show. And the green screen behind me is the Fovitech. It's 5 foot by 6'5". I'm going to change my camera at this point. Don't go anywhere. I'm just changing my camera. Just a second. So whilst you're looking at my desktop, I'm busy in the background changing my camera, and I'll be back in a second. So I've changed camera now, and that means that I can do this. Okay, I'm using a remote control, which I'll tell you about later. But behind me is the Fovitech green screen. Now it's green one side, blue the other, and basically you can choose. It's just got to be a plain color for it to work. That's all it needs to be, is a plain color. The one behind me is foldable. You can push the two sides together, fold it over, and then you can put it in the carrying case, and you can take the Fovitech green screen wherever you wish, because it's not only a live video backdrop, it's photography backdrop as well. And just a reminder, if you want images to use on your green screen removal, you can get those from unsplash.com, free resource. And the other green screen down in the carousel is the newer chroma key green screen. It's chroma key they're both chroma key. And that is $47.49, and it has, just a minute, I need my glasses at this point. It has 4,694 4.5-star reviews, $47.49 down the carousel. So you've got two green screens. You've got the Fovitech, which is behind me, and then you've got the newer. And if you click link on either of them, you'll get more information. Now, just a point about this. Whilst I'm broadcasting, just a minute. Whilst I'm broadcasting, I get special offers whilst I'm live. The prices that you're seeing now are the prices whilst I'm live. Once I've finished broadcasting, those prices may well change. So if you click a link, if you see anything you like, click the link and it will take you direct to the page. Okay, now the next thing we're going to look at, which is down in the carousel. Right, I'm telling you about this because this is on discount. This is the Fitbit Charge 5. It's $134.99. It's 10% off, $15 saving. Now, this is my 5th Fitbit in 8 years. I try and change every 2 years. This is the Fitbit Charge 5. You can see its color. The other thing you'll notice, you will not notice, but I'll tell you about, is that it's got GPS as well. And this has benefits. Now, the whole point about having a Fitbit is that it's to help you stay fit. And it does this by counting your steps electronically. You wear it on your wrist, your non-dominant wrist, okay, so in my case, left hand, and you just put it on and it's ready to go. Now, there is an app on the iPhone, there's an app on an Android phone. Download the app and you can see your stats on the screen. If I go here, so this is the Fitbit software. It's telling me I've done 9,290 steps today. It's also telling me that I'm part of a challenge, which I'll mention in a moment. And as you can see, if I just slide that down, I'm in second place in the challenge at the moment. Now, these challenges are free to take part in, run by members, for members, no cost. Everything I'm about to show you is free. I've got a Fitbit Charge 5. Angelica has a Fitbit Charge 5 as well. Angelica's my partner. You probably meet her later in a photograph or two. But Fitbit is how we get fit and stay fit. And the thing is that the key to this, Fitbit is owned by Google. And a lot of things are happening because Google now own the company. And it's just getting better and better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my personal Fitbit dashboard with you. Now, to do this, first of all, I'm going to take off the Be Live logo. So let's go over here and zap the logo. Okay, so I've now got a full screen. And then what I'm going to do, here's one I made earlier, is I'm going to bring this in. And this is my personal Fitbit dashboard. Now, everything I'm about to show you is free. The Fitbit Charge 5, $134.99 today, saving of $15. Everything I'm showing you is free. You pay for the hardware, and this website is free. What you do is you go along and you register. Okay, let's go here. And I need to shrink myself, otherwise you're not going to see everything. Okay, so I'm shrinking myself now. Okay, everything I'm about to show you is free once you've got the Fitbit. Once you've got Fitbit's a great present to give somebody because you're giving the gift of fitness. Because with the best will in the world, when you decide to get fit by walking and you get a Fitbit and you tell everybody, your friends and your family will support you during the first month, the second month, and then it's down to you. Now, normally, this is where you start to falter, but I don't. As I've just shown you, I'm in a challenge with 9 other people at the moment. They're motivating me. Every time I go out for a walk, somebody here cheers me on. Yeah. Every time they go for a walk, I cheer them on. There's a cheer button on there, and I just need to press cheer. That's it. I've just cheered somebody. So you're helping somebody to get fit, and people are actually motivated to actually help each other. So the first thing is community. You'll find a great number of private communities on Facebook that you can join to get advice. All right. The first thing, in addition to measuring your steps during the day, this is all in addition, it's all free. The next thing is sleep. If you wear your Fitbit to bed, then basically it will measure your sleep. It will measure deep sleep, light sleep, dream sleep, and when you're awake. If you wear your Fitbit for 4 nights, you can then get, if you wish, a report telling you how you can improve your sleep pattern. Now, my target is to sleep 8 hours a night. Last night, I slept for 7 hours, 47 minutes. To me, that's pretty good. The next tile is 60,000. And this is how many steps did you do in a day? And basically, I'm still up, I know. I'll be back in a second. I have done, let's come back to me for a second. Let's go the other way around. I have done 60,000 steps in one day, more than once. 60,000 steps is 30 miles. I've walked 30 miles in a day. And I do this because I enjoy marathon walking. Yeah, walking marathons from Avebury to Stonehenge, 26 miles, 385 yards. And every time I do that, I actually get a medal. And I've got several of these. So this is a medal for walking. I don't get a chance to wear it very often. So there you are. So I've done 60,000 steps in a day. Next thing is weight. On the mobile app, on iPhone or Android, you can keep a weight diary, and you can do that daily, weekly, or monthly. It's your choice. The other thing is that on the phone app and the desktop, there is a food diary with all the American foodstuffs on there, and you can record what you eat and drink every day. Now, if you do that, the Fitbit is storing the calories you've used in a day, yeah, and you're telling it how much you've eaten, and therefore you can get a trend as to how you're doing. So free weight diary, free food diary. The next part of this is it's saying how much exercise have I done a day. I'll come back to it, but for the moment, it's saying I've done 97 minutes exercise a day. Yeah. And I'm 8 minutes, that's better, 8 minutes more than I did last month. So I'm improving, which is what we're trying to do. Over here, you can see the number of steps I did Monday and Tuesday. And if we go and click see more, after a second or two, it will load this. Now, this tells me that I have walked 4.87 miles today, which is pretty good. And you can see most of it was when I went outdoors, but I'm still getting steps when I'm indoors as well. But it tells me how many miles I've walked this week. So it's taking the daily steps that I've had on my Fitbit and it's turning them into stats. And it says in the last week, I've walked 31.82 miles. In a month, I've walked 118 miles. And in the last 12 months, I have walked 1,125 miles. So I've walked 1,125 miles. And I know that as a fact because the Fitbit tells me so. Now, if you're walking 1,125 miles a year, you are going to stay fit. Yeah. And the Fitbit is counting every single step, and the Fitbit website is adding it all up. So you'll be able to track how well you're doing. You can see what you've done this week. You can see the days when you were quiet, didn't do anything. Okay, and then you can see the days when you were busy. So it's actually keeping track on a daily basis and on a monthly basis. You can see there's at least one day a week when I don't do as many steps. You have to pace yourself. Okay, so I do mega steps Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I do a park run. Just a minute. Every Saturday, I do a park run. Yeah, a park run is round a local park, and we run 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles. And every Saturday at 9 o'clock, about 150 of us get together, and we're not competing against each other. We're competing against ourselves for a personal best time. And it's just a great way to exercise. So these figures from my park run, and Angelica and I have done 18 park runs. Figures from the park run are actually included in my stats. So that's a great help because that's a great start to my Saturdays. But the key to me here is the number of miles I've done in a year, 1,125 miles in a rolling 12 months. In the last 12 months, 1,125. And 9 months ago, I was 740 miles. So I've just upped my game. I mean, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why I've improved my game. Let's take the medal off. I've improved my game because of you. If I'm going to come on here and I'm going to talk about Fitbits, I've got to use them. Yeah. Oh, Fitbit's a great device. It'll keep you fit. But I'm telling you, I'm showing you that it does keep you fit. Okay. A Fitbit can keep you fit. Yeah. I mean, I might not look it, but I've just celebrated my 70th birthday. And the Fitbit for the last 8 years has kept me fit. And it's going to continue to do so. So there you have it. And I said it's my 70th birthday and everybody's still with me. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. I'm quite possibly the oldest person broadcasting on Amazon Live. I'm grateful to be so. Okay. So Fitbit is a situation. Now, Fitbit is a great gift for yourself. It's also a great gift to give to somebody else because what you're actually doing is giving the gift of fitness, and it will start you off on a daily routine. And today the Fitbit Charge 5 is $134.99, 10% off, saving of $15. So I'm going to stop sharing that, and that should bring us back to me, and we're back. Okay. Now the next item in the carousel, because this show is lights, camera, action. And we talk about cameras, we talk about microphones, talk about Fitbits, we just did a moment ago. I'm going to hide that and come back to me. The next camera, which is down in the carousel, and I'm going to tell you about it. But before that, I have to tell you it's 6% off, a saving of $10 today. And the camera is, and I want to show you this. Just give me a moment. This is the Nexigo N970p. And as you can see, this is not your normal webcam. This is an American webcam. Nexigo are based just outside Seattle. Today, the webcam is $169.99, 6% off. It is basically a conference webcam, but I'm going to tell you why I got it. Okay, so let's come back to me. In fact, we'll go picture in picture, take that off solo, and there's the camera down there. The camera is 7 inches wide. Kid you not. Yeah, so you need room for it. It's on top of my BenQ monitor, which is also down in the carousel. BenQ monitor, 27-inch screen, CAD monitor, first class. Okay, so let's have a look at this American camera, which is the Nexigo N970p. Okay, this is a conference camera. This is a 4K camera. This is the best that we can do in terms of resolution. Remember, 720 DVD quality. You're watching me in 720 now. That's the number of that's the resolution. 1080 is high definition, which you can broadcast to on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And then 4K is the best that we can do as broadcasters. It is Zoom certified. I'm going to give you a demonstration in a moment. It's got onboard flash memory. I'll come back to that, but let's just say it saves its settings. Now, I got this camera purely and simply because this is the best picture I've seen on a webcam. Bar none. I've looked at quite a few. I've hosted shows with the people. This is the best picture I've seen on a webcam. Clearest, crispest. But it's also got AI-powered auto framing. Basically, at the moment, it's just framing me. But if there's around a conference table, just put the Nexigo on a Loom Cube stand down in the carousel, put the camera on it, okay? Most cameras these days have got a thread in the bottom of the camera, and you can just put the mount into there, all right? And once you've done that, what the Nexigo 970p does is it frames people. So it's got facial recognition, and you can have you on screen, you can have 3 people on screen or 5 people on screen, and it will extend its field of view. It's got an adjustable field of view, and it will show everybody on screen. Now, somebody can actually go from one person to another, yeah, but automatically, without me touching anything, it would go 1, 3, 5, yeah, depending on the number of people sat down. Now, it's got dual noise cancelling microphones. That's important because if the dog barks on a Zoom call, you can annoy everybody. If you've got noise cancelling, you won't annoy anybody because the only person who'll hear the dog is you. Okay, the camera itself works with Teams, Zoom, WebEx, and Google anything. And the reason that this camera is so darn good is because it's got a Sony CMOS sensor that features 3840 by 2160 ultra high definition resolution at 30 frames per second in English. Okay, it's a 4K camera, 3840 by 2160, the best resolution, the clearest, crispest picture. It's at 30 frames per second. You're watching me, and this is moving pictures. If I go like that, you will see me raise my hands. What's happening is every second, this camera is taking 30 shots, and then those 30 shots are sent over the internet to Amazon Live, reassembled, and you can see me moving. This is moving pictures, always has been. Since the 1920s and before, moving pictures. And the webcam is moving pictures. Okay. Right. And it's the Sony CMOS sensor. I mean, the thing I love about Nexigo cameras, every camera's got something different. Nexigo started building webcams 3 years ago, and they saw a gap in the webcam market. They've got a range of 15 cameras now, which this is one, and they range in price from $60 up to $169.99. If you click the link in the carousel, you'll find out more about the full range of Nexigo cameras. Okay, they're based just outside Southline. Now, this is key. This, I've not seen this before. This is a transportable camera. I can set my camera up. I can adjust the color, the brightness, the contrast. I can set my fields of view, and they're all stored in the camera. So if I take this webcam from my computer to somebody else's computer, and I take my remote control with me, the camera has got all the settings inside it. And the reason it's a great conference camera is because it's got automatic face detection. One of you sat down, it shows one person. 3 of you sat down, it shows all 3 people. 5, you know what I'm talking. It could equally be 2, 4, 6, but you know what I'm talking about. And as you've just noticed, it has a remote. Now, the remote is actually supplied with the camera, and it takes 2 AAA batteries. And then once you've got the remote, let's come to me. Once you've got the remote, you're off and running, because I can zoom in and I can zoom out again. I can go left to the chess set. Oh, if you do play chess, it's your move. New game. And I can go right to the bookcase. Yeah. And I can go, oh, that's a good shot of the ob spot there, isn't it? There you are. You can see the ob spot more clearly now. I'll have to remember that. And I can come back to me just by pressing a button. So what you have on the remote control is you can have 10 different views. So I can go like this, and this is my office. This is what it actually looks like. And I just cut that bit and said, that's all I want on screen. I don't want anything else. I don't want any distractions. I want to be in focus. And I can do that with the camera. And I can go left. I'm just pressing buttons, and I can go right across. Okay. And I'm learning German at the moment, as you probably spotted. And back to me. The other thing you can do, it's just like a TV remote control. And if you've got a TV remote control, you can get an on-screen menu. Also can I. And I can come down the menu to exposure, and it's in automatic exposure mode at the moment. If I press the button, it will go to manual. It's changed the way I look. Okay, let's go back again. I can change the color. If I come down to U, okay, I can change my color. I'm going yellow. I'm now gone purple. I can go yellow again. I think what I'll do is I'll take that mode off to manual. This will work a bit better. I can change my color. I can go yellow. You can have such fun with this camera. And I can go back and I can go purple. Okay, and I'm going to go to number 4, and then I'm going to put mode to automatic. When I'm doing that demonstration, my heart is, well, I just want it to work. I want to be able to get back to where I started. Finally, image-wise, you can control the brightness, contrast, and sharpness, and you can do little tricks, like you can flip the camera from side to side, and if you wish, I'll do this quickly. You can flip yourself upside down and back again, all through the remote control. And remote control does everything. It's like a TV remote control. So that is the remote control. The Nexigo 970p, if I go off solo, that's the Nexigo 970p. Got dual microphones and a wide area capability. And this is important. Nexigo is an American-born brand built on the core values of innovation, and they are based just outside Seattle. The camera itself was released on October 20th, 2021. And it does have low light correction, and the voice pickup as a conference camera is up to 20 feet away. So if you've got a large conference table with 8 people around it, then it'll pick up everybody's voice. Okay, so that is the Zoom certified Nexigo N970p American designed webcam. And the next thing we're going to go on to, I have a story for. Just a minute. The next thing we're going to go on to is headphones. Down in the carousel. Just get me find my glasses. Okay, so let's go down here. They are $41.99, 16% saving today. Now, I'm going to tell you a story, but whilst I'm telling you the story, what I'm going to do is use the remote control we had a moment ago, and I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to stand up. Okay. I'm also going to stretch my legs a bit. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to look at is down in the carousel, and it's the One Audio headphones. Now, we've all got headphones, I know, somewhere. I've got some somewhere, but I bought a pair of these headphones from my partner Angelica late last year. And I just like the look of them. I read all the reviews and watched the videos and everything. And I thought Angelica would like those. So I got a pair of these headphones for Angelica last year. And I've got to tell you the truth here. Angelica loves these headphones. I mean, literally loves the headphones. Because she said, basically, when you put these headphones on and handily it says right and left. I don't know whether you can see that. Right and left. Okay. So I'm going to put the right side on the right here. When you put these headphones on, I can't hear the music that's being played by Angelica. And Angelica can't hear me talking. So she said, that's two wonderful things. I can hear the music. It's got a good bass and a good range. And I can't hear you. I can just listen to the music with the headphones. So I thought, well, no better recommendation than your partner saying they love their headphones. So I went out and bought a pair, and believe you me, I am glad I did. One Audio have got a good reputation. ONEODIO, One Audio. And these headphones, I mean, I'm not an audiophile. I'm not. Okay, I just love music. Yeah, and I can take these headphones and I can plug this directly into my iPad, 3.5mm jack, straight into the iPad, listen to music on the iPad. If I want to listen to music on my iPhone, then basically there's a problem. If I put this near the camera, you'll see the problem. Yeah, there isn't a socket for this cable. Okay, so what you need down in the carousel, you find this. There is, okay, if I put it close to the camera, this widget goes from 3.5mm to USB, and it means that I can use these headphones, simply plug that together, yeah, and then I can plug it into my phone, like so, through the USB-C socket, if I got the phone the right way up, and that's it. I can now listen to music on my smartphone. Now, as far as the quality is concerned, these are great quality build. I'm going to sit down for a moment. So I'm coming back, just hang on a second. Okay, so whilst we're zooming in and I'm getting wires stuck everywhere, I'm going to come and sit down again so you can get a closer look. It's just, sometimes it's just easier to demonstrate stood up. So the thing is that these headphones are actually cushioned. Yeah, you can see, yeah, I can wear these headphones for an hour or 2 hours and I just take them off. I don't feel anything. You can adjust. Yeah, so you put them on and then you can adjust the height. That's it, simple and straightforward to do. As I say, just plug them into your phone or your iPad or your PC or your Mac, and great bass. Volume control is obviously on your mobile phone, so be wary of that one. And great response, frequency response. So all in all, I've got to say that these headphones are a winner because I love them and Angelica loves them too. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch my legs again. I'm just going to stand up for a second because what I want to do is just put these headphones back. So there we are. So I'm putting them back somewhere safe next to the chess set. Oh, I just want to show you this because you're watching live. I can actually show you. Yeah, I think we're okay. I love chess and I love folding chess sets. This is a folding chess set as seen on Dragon's Den in the UK. It's not in the carousel yet, it will be. But if I open this up, you will see that what I've got is a chess set. And each individual piece, if I go closer to the camera and go like that, each individual piece just slots into the chessboard. And when I put the chessboard, fold it in a second, I just love the way this is designed. I love good design. There's the chess set. And if I go like that, that's it. Good design. Okay, so let me put that back in place. Just make sure everything's okay. All right, and I'm going to sit down again and we're going to zoom in and we're going to continue. Okay, so I'll take the headset off and go to the next item, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Okay, so we're staying with headphones. Okay, we're going to talk about the Aftershokz Aeropex headphones next. I've just recharged them. Every day, 11:30, I go for a 5-6 mile walk, wearing these headphones, yeah, and listening to rock music on my mobile phone, wearing my Fitbit, which we saw earlier. Okay, so it's 3 things: high-tech walking, yeah, listening to rock music, walking in the countryside, getting fit, and I can't obviously I wouldn't take these headphones outdoors. I've got to be honest. They're too bulky outdoors. They're perfect indoors, but if you're going outdoors, you want something a little bit lighter. And these headphones, the Aftershokz headphones down in the carousel, are $149.99, 6% off today, a saving of 10%. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, we just posted the link to the Aftershokz on YouTube. That's not an affiliate link, so you can click it and find out more information. Because today we're live on Amazon Live. Hello, Amazon. And we're live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. And we're live on Twitch. Hello, Twitch. And all of that is being done from my BeLive studio. Let's go here. And if I go to logos, I'll put this logo on screen. Okay. So that's the logo. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go full screen. Okay. I'm going to take that logo off. And I'm going to play you a short video. And then I'll be back in 2 minutes. But what I'm going to show you, if I go down here, what I'm going to show you is where I'm broadcasting from. This is the technology behind my broadcast to Amazon Live. Yeah. So I'm going to switch my microphone off. I'll be back in 2 minutes. This is an overview of be.live. Hello, live in Wiltshire in England, talking to you. Well, you've caught me. I'm actually setting up for my broadcast later today. If we go over to Amazon Live, there's my broadcast that goes live at 4 p.m, 11 a.m. Eastern. And I'm in my BeLive studio. That would be live studio, be.live. And BeLive has become my system of choice for broadcasting live on Amazon because of the BeLive marketing system. Because I can have multiple cameras on screen. Okay, so I've got my ObSpot and I've got my Brio, and they're both on screen at the same time, and I can demonstrate products on my desktop whilst I'm appearing in the bottom right hand corner. I can go side by side, okay, and I can go picture in picture. I can have, as you can see, on-screen text. Now, in terms of the on-screen text, what I've done is I've taken my products and I've put the main features of my products into my agenda on the right hand side. So I can talk about Logitech Brio. It's an Ultra 4K HD camera and it's got noise cancelling microphones, and I can go through the features and show them on screen so that people are watching me unmuted basically can see what's going on. So let's go back to the BeLive marketing system, and we've got the product carousel. As soon as I go live, I get the product carousel in my studio, and we can talk about the Logitech Brio camera. You can see it there, and if I take that off screen, let's just hide everything that's on screen, okay, and if I basically take that off full screen, it's back to me, and I can show everything about the Brio camera. But in addition to that, the full carousel is there, and I can go through the carousel and talk about the items. I could link it with my iPad manually, two hands, one doing the iPad, one doing here, and I can go through and talk about the items. Okay, back to me. Again, we're going to go to the BeLive marketing system, and the product carousel is now down below me. I can bring it on screen at any time. In addition to that, if I go here, I can bring it on as a card. And these details have been taken from the Amazon.com page, and people watching Facebook, YouTube, and on Amazon Live can see and read the details. Again, if they're unmuted, they're getting more information about what I'm talking about. This right, so that was a look at the studio that I'm using to actually broadcast to you today. That's the software, that's be.live. And it is a great way for me to broadcast because everything's in the studio, everything I need, the text, playing video like I just did there, and bringing in the carousel that you can see on Amazon so that people on YouTube or Facebook can see the same carousel, and they can also get a link to the item that I'm talking about. Yeah, so there's the link for the One Audio headphones, which I published to YouTube a few minutes ago. And this is the best way to broadcast. This is the best marketing system. Let's just remind ourselves of the logo. I'm going to bring the logo on screen so you can recognize it when you see it. And apply. It is be.live, and that's exactly how it works. And that video, if you want to know more, then if you hop over to YouTube and type in my name, you'll find it on my YouTube channel, and it's under live video bites, and you'll see the whole. I mean, the video itself is only sort of 7 or 8 minutes long, but I can't play you the full video in Amazon Live because, well, the clue's in the title. This is Amazon Live, and I am supposed to be live, so there's a limit to what I can play video wise, but do check out Be Live after this live broadcast. Okay, I'm trying not to go too far overboard, but I just wanted to. Oh, C's here. Si, just a minute. Si, I'm with you. I'm in my Be Live studio now. So I wasn't earlier, but I'm now in my Be Live studio. Hi, Stephen. What's for dinner? Is it your turn to cook? Good question, Si. No, it's not today. It's not today. We had a chicken. I made a chicken stir fry last night with a beautiful soy sauce. But I've no idea. I've no idea what's on the menu. I didn't ask. I just trust Angelica's cooking. So Angelica's doing the cooking tonight. Okay. And what are you having later today? What are you having later today? It would be interesting to know. But thank you for joining. Thank you for the question. The answer is I don't know yet. I'm waiting to find out. Okay, now microphones. We've said that how you look on camera is important, and if you've got your internal, all right, I'm over to Si again. Sloppy Joes, no. I should do, shouldn't I? But if you can let me know, that would be good. Yeah, I have heard of it, but I don't know exactly what's in it. So you can educate me if you just give me a bit more information. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. Now, throughout this broadcast, you've been listening to one microphone, and that microphone is here. Just a minute. If I go off solo, the microphone is the Blue Yeti. Let's put that full screen for a moment. Oh, no, that's the Elgato Wave 3. A minute. Wrong one. You're listening to the Blue Yeti. Now, the thing about the Blue Yeti is that today it's on discount. There's a 31. Wow. Come back to me for a minute. The Blue Yeti is the Rolls-Royce of microphones. Blue is the company, not the color of the microphone. Blue are owned by Logitech. Yeah. And there is software to control this microphone in Logitech G Hub. You can have sound effects, you can have anything you like. Well, it's just says a very extensive library of sounds that you can play through this microphone. Now I can show you the microphone. Okay, you're listening to it, but this is what it looks like. Okay, remember I own the kit in the carousel, so this is what you're looking at, listening to at the moment. What you have is you've got a mic and you've got 4 settings on the back, one for solo, one for 2 people, and one for group, and another one, I've forgotten what it is. On the front of the microphone, I'm trying to turn it round, you have, I'll get it round in a minute. You probably can't hear me now, but you have a mute button, the logo, and a gain volume control. So that's it. I'll put it down again, and hopefully that didn't sort of corrupt the sound too much. I've knocked it over now. Okay, that's it. It should be back and working. Whew, that was close. So down in the carousel, 31% discount. That is the best price I've seen on the Blue Yeti. And the Blue Yeti is like IBM used to be. Nobody ever got fired for buying IBM. These days, nobody gets fired for buying a Blue Yeti. I've got a Blue Yeti. Nick has a Blue Yeti. I think Marco's got one too. So quite a few people in our group have got Blue Yeti microphones. Okay. And okay. Now, in the carousel now, if I go here, is this. And this is the Elgato Stream Deck. Now, Elgato, I've got a microphone of theirs, which I showed a moment ago. It's the Elgato Wave 3. This is the Elgato Stream Deck. If you're watching on YouTube, we just posted a non-affiliate link, so you can go and look at the item right now. Okay. I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me now as a live, and thank you to Si for coming in. I still don't know. I've got to find out. I'm going to have to look it up afterwards. I'm going to have to look it up afterwards. I'll go and look it up. Okay. Yeah. Sloppy Joes. I've heard of it. If you're watching now and you know, then please set me right. Okay. This is just a second. Just need to set myself up. This is the Elgato Wave 3. This is my Elgato Wave 3. Now, I've had my Elgato Wave 3 for the last 2 months. Yeah. It's changed the way that I work. It's saved me time and it's saved me money. If I go side by side, this unit, let's just swap over a minute. Perhaps not. I've broken it. This unit, if I go here and change the way I look, let's go there. Okay, the Elgato Stream Deck actually changed the way that I work. And I'm going to show you how an Elgato Stream Deck works. Okay, I'm going to change it back again because I've covered my face up. Oh dear. Let's go back. Okay, so I've got that on screen. This is my Elgato. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide that for the moment. And I'm going to share my desktop and I'm going to show you how it works and how it can save you time and save you money. If you use in your daily work on your computer a lot of Chrome tabs and a lot of applications, this can save you time and save you money. So let's do a screen share. And I'm going to bring this on screen. It is an app which basically you get the Stream Deck, and then the next thing you do is you download the app. And I'm going to go picture in picture in a second. Okay, so what you have is 3 rows of 5 keys, and you can see cleverly that the software is the same as the hardware, laid out the same. So I've got the software on my desktop, so I'm going to show you. There are 2 major things you can do with the Stream Deck. 1, link it to a Chrome tab, and 2, link it to an app on your desktop, PC or Mac. We're going to look at both those. So if I go to the software and I go to my Be Live folder, when I go live, I click the Be Live icon because I've set it up for Be Live and I've told it the URL to my studio. I also load Amazon. Just let me close Amazon because I don't need it anymore. I don't need that anymore. Come back to me. Okay. And back to the software. I load the Amazon website. I showed you earlier the Fitbit website. So I've typed in Fitbit and I've given it the URL for Fitbit. Trivia Plaza, movie quiz every Monday with myself and Nick. And there's the URL direct to Trivia Plaza. So when I go live, I click the Be Live button, I click the Amazon button, I click the Fitbit button and the Trivia Plaza button, and that has opened up 4 web pages. Yeah, so that's a good start. Now, in my broadcast, I use a lot of cameras. So what I've done is set up my cameras. So if I've set up OBSpot, typed in OBSpot, I've told it where the software is. I've typed in Logitech, told it where the software is. Same with Nexigo, and same with Logitech G Hub, LG Hub, and I've told it where the software is. So when I go live, to get the software, I click the OBSpot button, the Logitech button, the Nexigo button, and the LG Hub button. And I've then got 4 lots of software loaded on my computer. So I can, by clicking 888 8 buttons on the Stream Deck, on this Stream Deck, by clicking 8 buttons on this Stream Deck, I have everything that I need to go live. Yeah. Everything is perfect. I don't have to remember anything. It used to take me to set up for a live broadcast, to take me a quarter of an hour because I had things all over the place. I cannot remember the last time I typed a URL. Everything I need is in here. Everything. So I can set up for a live broadcast now as in 5 minutes. Next thing, if I bring this onto the screen and I bring this onto the screen, okay, I can use, if I go back up again and go here, the third thing is hotkeys. Now, hotkeys have been with us since the 1990s. I got a reply from Simon. I won't be a minute. Hotkeys have been around since the 1990s. But using hotkeys, I can change my screen display. I can go from one to another and back again. Hotkeys, all on the Stream Deck. Okay. Then I can use it if I just hide that again and hide that again. I can use it to store places I regularly visit. So if I go here and I go here, I've got 14 of my Facebook groups there. And every Sunday I sit down for an hour and I go through all my favorite Facebook groups and catch up. Yeah. On the next tab, if I go back up again, I've got all the apps I've bought from AppSumo. Now I've bought the following apps from AppSumo. Lifetime deals are brilliant. Pay once, use for a lifetime. So I've got Radar for social media management. I've got SendFox for email. I've got Melon for broadcasting. Got VI Loud for website broadcasting. I've got Sleek Bio, one-page bio, and I've got TidyCal, which is a Calendly replacement. So all of that is in here. This has become my memory. Yeah. And I do things quickly and never need to remember a URL again or find an application. My memory's in here. This saves me time, saves me money. And it's not just, I'll put that down in a minute. It's called Stream Deck, but it's not just for streamers. It's for anybody who uses a lot of Chrome tabs and a lot of applications. Yeah. It saves you time, saves you money. $149 down in the carousel. If you've got any questions about it, please do ask. Right, let's get over to Sai. And Sai is going to tell me all about it. Let's just wind back a minute. Sai said, what's for dinner? And I said, it's not my turn to cook. And then Sai replied, do you know that they're having sloppy joes? Do you know what that is? And I don't. So let's go for it. And I'm about to learn what sloppy joes are. I might need my glasses for this. A sloppy joe is a sandwich with a filling of ground beef that has been seasoned with a sauce of tomatoes and spices, usually served on hamburger buns. Yummy indeed. I've learned something today. Thank you. I love beef. I also love tomatoes and spices. Sounds delicious. Okay. I wonder if I can ask Angelica to make it tonight. I wonder if she'd know what a sloppy joe is. There's a thought. I'll ask her, if not tonight, I'll ask her this weekend. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. What I'm going to do, just give me a second, just bear with me a second, is I've got screen capture started and I'm going to take a screenshot, including those instructions from Sai. Okay, so I've captured a screenshot. Thank you. Okay, try that. We've got a George Foreman grill, which might come in handy in making that. Okay, brilliant. Oh, we've started just cooking for a moment because we're doing lights, camera, action. Action is cooking. Let's call it cooking. We recently, about 3 months ago, invested in an air fryer. And we're enjoying air frying things rather than turning the oven on. Yeah, I mean, you can't fit a chicken into an air fryer, but you can fit a pork joint, you can fit chips, you can fit fish. So whenever we can, because we're on an energy saving kick, so whenever we can, we use the air fryer. So thank you for the tips. Thank you. Okay, so that was Sai and the Elgato Stream Deck. And I'm just looking down. I'm going to leave you with some photographs. Down in the carousel, if I just stop sharing and I go over here, I've lost it. This usually happens at some point during the live broadcast, but I've lost something. Let's just bring this back a minute. What I'm going to talk about now is this. If I go here, not there, not there, not there. I'm going the wrong way. Just a second. Let's try and get back. That's it, Samsung Galaxy S22. Okay, and you've got a link to the Samsung Galaxy S22 on YouTube. Now, a quick few pointers about it, then I'm going to show you. I mean, I can talk about things. When I talk about a Nexigo camera, you can see it. When I talk about a Blue Yeti microphone, you can hear it. When I talk about headphones, I can show them to you. When I talk about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, I can show it to you. But what I want to do is I want to show you why I love it. And I love it for these reasons. So quick few features first, and then I'll show you why I love it. It is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra smartphone. Okay. It comes in various sizes, 128 gig of RAM, 256 or 512. It's got the brightest display that Samsung have ever done. It has an S Pen, which you can see at the side of the photograph. It has a long battery life. Charge it for an hour and it's good for 24 to 30 hours. It does take 8K Super, it's 8K Super Stereo video. It does nightography as well. And on the back, you have a 108 megapixel camera. On the front, 40 megapixel. Okay, enough of that. I'm going to hide that. Okay, and I'm going to bring this on screen. Right. So we're talking about, if I come here, yeah, we're talking about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and this is what it can do. Yeah, I can tell you what its spec, but I want to show you what it does, because photography is very important to me, and I enjoy taking photographs as we travel around Wiltshire in England. And this is Salisbury Cathedral, which was built in the 11th and 12th centuries. This is the cloisters at Salisbury Cathedral, which you can walk around. It is, during the week, a tourist attraction. It is also a cathedral, a working cathedral. Let's just missed a comment from Si. Just a minute. Air frying is great. Yeah, the only way to do French fries. Totally agree. Totally agree. French fries are just incredible. Right. So this is Salisbury Cathedral. And Salisbury Cathedral is an amazing place. It's worth a visit. If you're putting together a list of places to visit in the UK, Stonehenge, Salisbury Cathedral, Avebury, and Steven and Angelica. Okay. Right, the next photograph, and again, all these photographs are taken with, just a minute, let's go down here so anybody looking in will know. These photographs are taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Okay, next image. This is a wildflower garden. This is our wildflower garden. Angelica had a tin full of seeds, planted them, and this is what happened. Beautiful, colourful display. And we're looking forward to that arriving April, May. This is the Kenneth Canal, which runs from Bristol to London. This is the way goods used to arrive from the States, be brought off the ships in Bristol onto barges, and the barges went all the way up to London. This is Henley-on-Thames, which is the home of the Henley Regatta, held annually, rowing, and it's a brilliant place to actually visit, and you just walk alongside the River Thames. When we were there, Baroness Fleur Benjamin was talking about her book, What Are You Doing Here? And she was doing a signing afterwards. So I had to take a photograph, really. This is the Courts Garden in Wiltshire. We're about 90 miles from London. This was a former industrial estate. I was very fortunate last autumn. I just saw this and I thought, right, I'm going under that tree. I'm going to take the photo. This is another photo at the Courts Garden. And this is a country walk. The next photograph, this is the Manor House at the Courts Garden. And now we're coming over. This is my favourite walk. This is where at 11:30 this morning, I'm usually there a couple of times a week. And this path leads right up the locks, the longest set of locks in the UK. The idea to take a barge from the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill. It does it in 27 stages, which makes this the longest set of locks in the UK. I just love in this photograph the way the trees are actually reflected in the canal. This is Salisbury Cathedral. And as you probably guessed by now, this photograph was taken at Christmas because there's a Christmas tree in the background. The font was installed in 2008, purposely designed for Salisbury Cathedral. It is a working font, and as you can see at the four corners, the water is going down into a grate and then it's recycled. So the water just keeps going round and round. And I said earlier, if you're watching earlier, this is my partner Angelica. And this photograph was taken at Salisbury Cathedral on the day that we visited last December. And Angelica is my partner of 11 years. And she's a German tutor. So if you need any German lessons, if you need any German lessons, ask Angelica. Ask Angelica is a broadcast on Facebook that goes out Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, twice a month. This is another picture of the font. And then I'm going to go over here. And again, it's frozen day. I just want one more picture. This is it. Basically, this is the Kenneth Canal. We're looking down over a lock, but the water is frozen. Nobody's going to move on this day. And you can see the frost on the right-hand side on the path. So the Samsung Galaxy S22 is a phone with dual SIM, 108 megapixel camera and a 40 megapixel camera front. It takes the most amazing photographs, perfect videos. Right, I want to say a big thank you. I want to say a big thank you to you. Thank you for watching me live today. It's my pleasure. I'm back again same time tomorrow on Be Live. Enjoy the rest of your day. Si, thank you for the recipe. And I look forward to seeing you all again. Take care for now. Goodbye. That's it. That's a wrap. We're gone. Bye.